Japan is a country we've wanted to visit for a long time.
How are you?
It's always fascinated us because it seems to be a land of stark contrasts. From its serene temples and ancient traditions to its majestic mountains like the iconic Mount Fuji, all the way to the crazy neon-lit streets of its cities and its almost obsession with technology and efficiency, like the high-speed bullet trains, which we'll also be using during our travels.
Holy moly, that's fast. he's doing 300 plus Ks.
Tim and I are travelling here for the first time. It's taken us a while to get here, so we're making the most of it by taking nearly 1 month to explore this beautiful country. Later on in the trip, my sister-in-law and niece will fly in from Australia to join us on this Japanese adventure. And it all starts right here in Japan's second largest city, Yokohama.
Behind me is the beautiful port city of Yokohama. It gets overlooked a lot by tourists. Everyone flies into Tokyo and stays in Tokyo and then just goes to a couple of the other major famous cities. But Yokohama has a lot to offer. A beautiful port city. It's a city of 3.5 million. And we're going to show you some exciting things around this city to do.
Absolutely, it's definitely a place that should be on your list if you're coming to Japan. We're going to go and visit a famous castle that's not far from here, Odawara Castle. It's a beautiful castle with amazing views, and you can see Mount Fuji from there on a clear day. But we're also going to visit a famous ship in this area. We're going to go to a famous ramen museum and also the biggest Chinatown in Japan. So come along with us on this fair dinkum Japanese adventure.
What's this street called?
Dankatsuda.
Dankatsuda.
Yes.
Dankatsuda.
Yes. Okay.
Correct? My Japanese is not good. Welcome to Yokohama Chinatown, one of the largest Chinatowns outside of China. It's the largest one in all of Japan. First, it was established not long after the port of Yokohama was opened in 1859, but then the Chinatown was established by many migrants that were coming and helping merchants communicate. They were like the middleman. So this is how this started in 1880 when it first established. Their little restaurants and working as chefs.
So we're expecting some good food. We're going to try some dumplings hopefully, find something delicious to eat for lunch.
Catch up with some mates from the US and they're right here! No way! Tony and Sam! I was just doing an opening, but how are you, mate? Oh, good to see you.
You feeling better?
I'm 100%.
Good.
So Tony and Sam, they've been learning Chinese for a long time, so that's why we decided, hey, we'll meet up with you guys in Chinatown, so that way they can tell us the best food to have and where to go. So they're old mates from Florida, the US.
We've decided to try a Taiwanese pepper bun, which is like this little sesame covered bun. It's nice and hot. And it's apparently filled with like peppery pork or something. So I'll break it open for you so you can have a look inside and give it a taste. That's tasty. Like a little bread roll on the outside with some really yummy, delicious Chinese pork filling. It's really good. Okay, let's keep walking and see what else we can eat.
Is it dessert time?
No, not yet.
We should get some of these candy strawberries.
This is like, you know, those are what I feel is like a viral thing.
Bit of a mango smoothie in a cup. Really hot day today in Chinatown here in Yokohama. It would be 38 degrees. Well, here's a famous icon of the port of Yokohama, Hikawa Maru. Built in 1929, and it was one of the first ocean liners that sailed from Yokohama to America, to Seattle, and would ferry passengers across as a nice cruise liner and back again. Famous Charlie Chaplin come on this and come across to Japan. So it has a long history. It survived World War II, and it's now a museum, and it's permanently moored in the port of Yokohama. So let's go on and have a look. So it's still in its original condition, and this is one of 3 Japanese cruise liners. At the time were doing Yokohama to Seattle, but the other 2 didn't survive the Second World War. This one during the Second World War was made a hospital ship, but then after the Second World War it actually hit a couple of mines a few times, but still survived. Now it's been here since early 1960s as a museum. So if you wanted to travel first class on the Hikawa Maru, back in the day, it would have set you back 500 yen, $5 Australian. But the average wage back then for a worker who even worked on the cruise liner was 70 yen a month. So it gives you an idea. And back then you could build a house for 1,000 yen. The cost of a return ticket, over and back first class, you could have built a house for. Good views from up in the wheelhouse, and see all over Yokohama City and the port. Well, the cruise liners come in the port all the time, and here goes one right now. They're amazing, it even gets under the big bridge over there. It's how high up they are. But the Queen Elizabeth II cannot come in here because it's actually too high. So they have to ferry people into the international ferry terminal here, where all the cruise ships mostly dock right here. But there's canals all around here throughout Yokohama. It's really like the Venice of Japan. And you can get boat rides all through the canals. So that's the port. Now time to explore a bit more of Yokohama. Yokohama has a few famous food museums. You've got the Cup Noodle Museum. There you can make your and design your own cup noodles. But behind us is also another famous food museum, the Ramen Museum.
So if you're a lover of ramen, this is the one you need to come to. We'll explain a little bit how it works. You pay a fee to get in. You can see the museum, the history of ramen, how it's been made through the centuries, where it's come from, all of the different regions that produce the different types of ramen. Then you can go down to a really retro area that's got lots of little booths, and you can buy your favourite ramen there. Small bowls or large bowls? Small bowls if you want to try a few, large bowls if you know which one you want.
All right, let's go in and have some ramen for dinner.
So that's interesting. Actually, Japanese ramen originated in China. And the first recorded evidence of it being in China is from 1485 in a book that referred to ramen noodles. It's a Chinese book, of course. The first mention of it being in Japanese literature is in 1697. So there you go. It's from China. So this is the ramen lab, where you can actually make your own custom bowl of dried ramen noodles, flavours that you like, and you can package it and you can take it home. Wow, this place is so cool.
Well, there's so many ramen shops. You like, which one is the best? And there's lineups on lots of them. And I've asked a couple of the Japanese people lining up, is this a good one? They said, we like it. So I think it's a bit of a lucky dip which one you're going to get.
There you go, Home Run Bakery, nostalgic play. I'm so glad I got my holofly sim, because hit the ground running with internet, and I can translate any of the signs, and we haven't been lost yet. If you would also like to get an eSIM, you can see our link down below for a 5% discount on a holofly sim.
They got these little menu screens, like, you know, when you go into McDonald's or KFC or something like that, you got to order. It's the same here. You come down, each shop's got their little menu, and you got to order which one you want.
What do you want, Tim? With extra pork, or just the ordinary one?
Just ordinary one.
Do you want a small so you can try some others?
Yeah.
Got our ticket. So now we just got to wait here. Hopefully they tell us when to come in. I think that's how it works. It's my favourite type of ramen, tonkatsu ramen, but I've only ever had it in Australia. I've never had it in Japan, so now I'm going to try it authentically in Japan.
It's great, you're sitting around these tables and they're cooking it right in front of you, so you sit there watching it.
And you can choose if you want your noodles soft, if you want it really salty, or how you like it. So.
Oh, arigatou gozaimasu. We have our ramen.
Yeah, first bowl of
And this is a small. Still looks pretty big.
I'm going to try the greens off the top first because it looks pretty hot. That's really good. It's not too salty. The greens are really fresh. You can taste the flavour of them. Try some of this pork. Full of flavour, super tender. It's a small slice, but it's all you need. It adds the flavour to it. Just around the corner from the Ramen Museum, we meet up with a group of our friends, a famous 4th generation Chinese ramen restaurant called Yangzhou Ramen Merchant.
So this is the history of this place here, the generations that originated actually from China that started this little restaurant. We're catching up with some friends who are taking us out to one of their traditional restaurants they come to.
Yakisoba.
Yakisoba. Ah. Simple. And this one is?
Shoyu ramen.
And how's the prawn?
delicious. It's like sweet chili, not too sweet, but spicy.
And Taka, what's this one?
Tonkatsu ramen.
Katsu ramen. Pork ramen. How cool is this? They give you like a paper napkin to wear so you don't get it over your good clothes. Now I'm having the beautiful pork ramen. Already amazing. That's delicious. Absolutely delicious. It's a must stop if you're in Yokohama, this place. Bullet train, man, they go fast, so fast, and yeah, get somewhere quick. Today we're heading south of Yokohama to the historic seaside city of Odawara. We're taking the Shinkansen bullet train, which only takes us about 15 minutes to reach the city. At the heart of the city stands the majestic Odawara Castle, one of Japan's most iconic castles and a proud symbol of the region's history. It's a bit wet outside today, but that's not going to stop us exploring this beautiful place. Well, you can never plan for perfect weather. We've come down to just out of Yokohama to Odawara Castle, and it was run by the Hojo clan. They ruled this area for about 130 years. It's a 14th century castle, but it went through three major battles. The last battle in 1590, the Hojo clan lost to Toyotomi clan, who then ruled this whole area. It was called the Senjoko period, which was really the wars between all the states. And it was also known as really the samurai period, when they were really at their peak, and a lot of the battles took place between the samurais. We're going to go in now, get out of the weather. We can't help the weather. It's a bit of a miserable wet day, but it's just stopped raining now. So we'll head inside and have a look at the museum and have some amazing views from the very top. Let's go. Interesting, the castle been rebuilt many times. Actually never got damaged during the Second World War from the bombing. It was actually protected at that time, but it still fell into disrepair numerous times and has been rebuilt. In 1958 it was rebuilt, and then just recently had a new renovation. So let's head on up. About 3 to 4 levels, and each level has a different display right throughout. I'm up on the 3rd level, and here have the traditional armour that the samurais wore when they fought, some of the swords. You'd think it would really restrict you in battle, but apparently it was quite flexible to be able to move in it. So I made it to the top. And here you have wonderful views, 360-degree views right around the castle. Down here is where all the battles of the Odawara battle between Toyotomi and the Hojo clan, all through down the front, in front of the ocean, just on that ground there. Wonder how many people died. Don't know that answer. Lots. Big fight of the samurais. Lots. Well, this is a historic entrance for Odawara Castle. This is where the samurais, they used to cross the little moat, come in here, and they could ride on their horses, so it was high enough for them sitting on their horses as they'd ride in to Odawara Castle. So that's your main entrance. Now we're about to go into the Samurai Museum. Spirit of the Samurai. The museum is packed with real samurai armour, swords and artefacts from the Sengoku era, when the Hojo clan ruled this region. Here, if you're really up for it, you can get dressed up in a samurai costume or a ninja costume. Up the top of the Minaka building here in Odawara. There you go. You can see Odawara Castle. Rain's coming in. There's the Pacific Ocean straight out there. And what's this called?
Ashiu.
Ashiu.
Ashiu. Foot spa.
Foot spa.
Yeah. Free foot spa.
Free foot spa. And
Yeah.
it's hot.
It's really warm water, like not that you feel like it's too hot, you got to get out, but like right up, nice and warm water. And they've got these rocks in there, and you can push into your feet, soles of your feet, to give your feet a massage. Gets the blood circulating, soothes your feet from walking all day, and it's free. And it's got a view of the ocean. Like, how awesome is that?
Well, time to get out of the weather. We're walking the streets now of Odawara and making our way somewhere for lunch in the centre of town that's been restored and has a lot of authentic, unique Japanese dishes. And this has been a seaside town. It's famous for its seafood here as well. We find the perfect place for lunch. A traditional Japanese bar and grill. And joining us is our good friends Pushpa and Aurora, who happen to be on holidays here in Japan at the same time. You got the smoke of the barbecue up there, of like all the char grill they're doing with fish, octopus, squid. But you got to mix with the smoke with all the cigarettas. Yeah. But still, old school Japanese restaurant where you can still smoke in it. All the Japanese beers.
Like smooth clothing, both are very good.
Thank you. Sashimi. Wow.
Tell me.
That is so creamy. And
And what's wasabi like?
wasabi's beautiful. It just took the punch out of it by mixing in with a bit of the soy sauce. Delicious, absolutely delicious.
It's buttery and soft.
Yeah.
So good.
A nice punch.
Indian approved.
Indian approved. Okra and bean skewers. on with their seasoning. It's crunchy.
It's amazing.
Grilled squid. Chewy. Yeah, put water in here. A little bit chewy. Some tomato wrapped in pork. Interesting.
Inside.
Well, good. Good. Once the tomato explodes, it's like bang, the heat.
You just make a chunk in your mouth.
Juicy, really juicy. And everyone you see around here are only all Japanese. We're the only foreigners. I was going to say Gordas, but we're the only two Gordas. You two aren't even Gordas. Indians, Spaniards. Thanks, mate.
We're joined by my sister-in-law Julianne and my niece Shelby, who've flown into Japan from Australia. Today we're making our way down to Kamakura, about 15 minutes south of Yokohama. It's a beautiful small coastal city with numerous temples and other historical monuments. It was once the political heart of Japan during the 12th and 13th century, but nowadays it's a popular tourist destination for its laid-back beachside escapes and its surf.
We arrived in the seaside town of Kamakura. We've come to meet up with some of our good mates that are locals here, Takashi and Keiko. They're going to show us around where they live. How are you? We've been waiting. How are you? Hey, how are you, my brother? Good. Julian, Shelby, Takashi, Keiko. So Kamakura was the capital of Japan during the 12th century. There's an interesting little fact for you. Before it was relocated to Kyoto. Takashi was saying Kamakura applied to become a World Heritage listed town, but it was denied because they weren't willing to maintain all the old Japanese buildings because of the cost to be able to do that. So hence it's not World Heritage listed.
I recommend porchetta.
Porchetta. Okay, I'll get the porchetta.
Blue cheese.
Blue cheese. Yeah, blue cheese. Love, yeah, blue cheese. Good. So Keiko and Takashi brought us to this Italian panini shop. But the house is a traditional old Japanese style house that's been converted into this restaurant. That's pretty cool. You can sort of see the sliding doors, the wooden floors. And the owners lived in Australia as well. He's from Korea, she's from Japan, and that's where they met in Aussie land. Now they're running an Italian store of all things. I've got a Messina Italian beer, and we're going to have some nice Italian sandwich. Such a hot day. That's good.
And on a hot day, I've gone the spicy ginger ale. So, we'll see. I like a bit of kick to my ginger. Nice. Not too spicy, just a right little kick of ginger, a little bit sweet, not too sweet. Perfect and refreshing on a hot day.
What's that one, Jules?
Prosciutto.
A prosciutto.
Mortadella.
Mortadella. Cheese, ham, mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
It's cool finding these little places like this, having the local guides. Looks oishi. Thank you.
The porchetta, and it's been like a little bit fried, so it's soft and warm with some pesto. Oh, so tasty.
It's good.
It's really good.
Kampai. Arigato gozaimasu. Alright, thanks bro.
Have a great
Thank
day.
you.
Same
See you
to you.
later. There you go, some vending machine that's got all different types of cookies, Japanese cookies, and some Japanese homemade cakes. Oh, okay, yes, only certain ones are left. There you go. Get everything on the vending machines in Japan. Takashi's just letting his friend drive his car. So, Keiko,
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Did you grow up here?
Yes.
You did. So this is your
After I came
hometown.
Yeah.
Wow.
After I came back from Switzerland, I grew up here.
Wow. And these are the traditional old buildings?
Yes.
Mm.
Traditional.
Traditional house.
Yes.
What's this place called here? It's
Hachimangu.
Hachimangu.
And when we started walking, the path was a little bit wide, much more wider.
Now it's skinnier.
Now, narrower and
Narrower.
narrower. Yeah.
Why?
The shogun made this path.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
The shogun was he Toyotomi? Toyotomi?
No. Much more ancient.
Oh, okay. More ancient.
Yes.
More ancient than Toyotomi. Good, it's hot. Ready for some shade and a cold beer. Yeah, highball. These are all sake barrels, and from different areas of different companies. This one back 1781, the date of the company that made them. I don't know the reason why all these sake barrels are here. Why is all this sake barrels?
For God.
Ah, for the god, their offerings.
Yeah.
They want good luck from their god. All these sake barrels are being gifted to the in the Buddhist religion to their god. They're empty. I think they just offered an empty barrel instead. So So behind me is one of the most famous and oldest temples in Japan, Tsurugaoka Hachimangu. Built in 1063, so she's over 1,000 years old. On top of the hill here, great views from over the old ancient town and the old city. And so Japan is really a mix of Shintoism and Buddhism. I don't really know the difference between the two faiths, but you see a lot of these ancient shrines everywhere in every city around the place. After exploring around Hase and Kamakura City, we come down to the beautiful seaside town called Zushi, which reminds us a lot like parts of the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, Australia. Looking around Zushi, you're the king of the world.
It's Hayama.
Hayama.
Zushi.
Okay. There, Hayama. Japanese wedding taking place here in Zushi. It's a nice little area and the marina is just here. And we're gonna have a coffee in the Malibu Cafe farm. And just maxi relaxy with Takashi and Keiko. We make our way back to Yokohama to the famous red brick warehouse and enjoy an evening with Takashi and Keiko. So we're at the red brick warehouse down here at the port of Yokohama. This gentleman's an artist and he draws everything with pencil by hand of these famous red brick warehouses. He's just given us a bit of a gift, given us a couple of his drawings which take him, he said, up to 3 weeks to draw. He comes down here and just sits here for hours on end and draws these warehouses. So the red brick warehouse is really a famous location here in Yokohama. Yokohama port was one of the first ports in all of Japan to open to the rest of the world for international trade, because for over 200 years the emperor forbid. No one could come and actually closed off Japan completely. So the port of Yokohama in 1859 was the first port to open in all of Japan. These warehouses date back to 1911 when they were first built, and that was really to sustain all the international goods that were coming in where they would be housed. Today it's been redeveloped, now food shops and restaurants, so it's a lovely place to come in the evening to watch the sunset behind the city and looking over the port, and then enjoy a nice refreshing cold Japanese beer and some nice sushi or steak, whatever you're in the mood for. They've got everything here.
Inside the warehouse there's 3 levels and it's full of little souvenir shops and food shops and lots of snacks and other food. Man, everything looks so cute, so beautiful, and the food looks like I want to eat it all. I want to try everything in this place, but I'm only one person so I can't. But definitely worth checking out.
Keiko and Takashi, and we're going to go to one of their little favourite places for dinner. So looking forward to trying some Japanese beef. That's what I'm after. From the grill. That's it. Arigatou gozaimasu. There it is, smile. with this steak and a beer. How good is that? Beer's good.
The beer is very tasty, delicious Japanese draft beer.
Variety of sauces come with the steak, barbecue, mustard, and what's the last one? Keiko? Chimichurri. But this is cooked medium rare, absolute perfection. And I tell you what, can't beat some Japanese steak. Beautiful. This is my all-time favourite meal. Steak and a cold beer. Can't get much better than that. Takashi, good? He knows the restaurants to come to in Yokohama. After an absolutely delicious dinner, Takashi and Keiko take us to a nearby rooftop bar where we can enjoy some absolutely stunning views of the city lights of Yokohama. I would say, if you're coming to Japan, then Yokohama has to be on your list of places to visit. Nestled between forested hills and winding rivers, we travel to Kyoto, once the heart of Japan's empire. Today, it's a living bridge between the past and the present. It's crazy, you go up the hill a little bit, people everywhere trying to get there. Perfect Instagram shot in front of the pagoda.
And wherever you see a pile of people, you know that's the best angle, the best spot to get the photos.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
You've got to wait your turn and hope for the best.
So we're walking through all the torii gates. There's over 1,000 of them through here. On the Hosogawa River, we're about to head down the rapids and through the mountain range all the way back to Kyoto.